Welcome to the Vaal, everybody. That's where we're going to. We look forward to the Saturday meet out at the Vaal racecourse. We're on the main track, and yeah, there are quite a few scratchings, so make a note of those when you go through the card. We'll guide you through them as well with equipment changes and all of those sorts of things. You are reminded that in terms of this track, there's the outside rail is at 0, the inside rail 7 meters back straight, with a bend blending back to 0 at the 1,000 meter mark. So that's pretty much what it looks like from our perspective. What the second race is where we're starting, and we'll talk about Zalatoris in a moment. Just a reminder about Blue Voucher. When you buy your Blue Voucher, you get that code, SMS the code to 31860. That's the SMS number, 31860, and you'll stand a chance of winning up to 200,000. So Zalatoris has been priced up at 8 to 10 to win the second race. We have got a rerun for you. This is from the Tony Peter stable that Gavin Larina's riding. Daryl Marie's just joined me. Daryl, welcome. And this is where Zalatoris starts to gain ground at the end.
Yes, Clyde. He's a lovely sort, Zalatoris. I mean, he's run against the best and he hasn't disgraced himself. This is a run when he ran third behind Miami Mountain. Charming Cheetah just ahead of him. Clyde, I like the fact that he's been brought back in trip, because if I just open the book and I look at his form, I say to myself, excuse me, Clyde, let me get that out the way. I say to myself, his best form is over 6 furlongs, 1,200 meters. It's the same distance he won the Grade 2 Mkamaz. Now, obviously, he switched yards. He's making his debut for Tony Peter. Very unfortunate that Tony Peter doesn't have a 100% strike rate for the Capnius brothers. I mean, Kensal Green. How unlucky was she at the Vaal yesterday, Clyde.
Very stiff.
Now, if you go to the best weighted column, you'll see that Zalatoris is best in over here. 2 pounds or 1 kilogram ahead of Carlfoot. So, Clyde, I can't see him missing the top 2. I'm not rushing out and taking his...
This is first run for Tony, yeah?
Yes.
Zalatoris, first run, okay.
I'm not rushing out and taking his current price. I think he'll win, but I don't really think there's much value with him being odds on. And
Did they back him? Did they back him from?
there's been a few
odds?
scratchings.
Oh, that's all right. He's 8 to 10. All right, there's Daryl's buy pot. Banker 1 by 1, 2, 3, 6, by 3 and 7, by 2 and 3, by 1, 5, 6, 8, by 1, 2, 3, 4. Cost 256. On to the third race. Let's get on to the action here, where this horse Tagan's Champs, top of the boards, is priced up at this point in time around 15 to 10 for the Gavin Larina and Fabian Habib combination. 3 Bristle Hercules 11 to 5 as the second choice at 22 to 10. 6 My Lucky Charm is trading at this point in time at 28 to 10, and 2 Hotter Rubies at 4 to 1. There's one other in here. Step Into It is 11 to 1, and they means all runners quoted. So it's a small field. There are only 5 of them going to the gate. You prefer to take 11 to 5, or you prefer to take 22 to 10 about a horse? I'm just curious to know.
What's the difference?
Exactly. So why make it 11 to 5 and not 22 to 10?
Leave all that, Clyde.
Yeah.
There's a form update for My Lucky Charm. Ran 4th behind Cornello, beaten 4 lengths. Don't know if he's going to stand his ground. I don't like the look of the race. I've included him. You said there's how many horses in this race, Clyde?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is it?
I put 4 in the PA.
Impossible.
I did.
No, you can't do that.
And I put My Lucky Charm because he's going to come out.
Why would you want to do that?
Why?
Can't we bank a Bristol Hercules? No.
Well, I can tell you something, Clyde. Bristol Hercules beat Tagan's Champion Hotter Ruby last time out,
Yes.
right? Have a look at the weight turnaround with Bristol Hercules and Hotter Ruby. Hotter Ruby's 10 kilograms better off for 3 lengths. Okay?
Sure.
Then you go to the penultimate start when Tagan's Champ beat Hotter Ruby behind Argo Alley. Hotter Ruby's 8.5 kilograms better off. We saw a similar horse blow us out the water with Roll with the Punches and Blade Marks Jacobson yesterday. I left him out. Hotter Ruby, I'm not a fan of, Clyde. He loses interest in his races. He languishes behind the pack. If he's at his best or anywhere near his best, he'll go close to winning. Tagged's champ has got his own issues. I mean, we can see that on paper. Not striding out. He was rested for a long time. He had a bad injury. If he's feeling well on the day, I can see him winning. But he comes to the track with issues.
Sure.
And then Bristol Hercules, he's having his second start up here on the half felt. I can see him featuring Clyde. Let's
Sounds
treble up.
complicated.
Let's treble up, if not quadruple up, if the 6 comes out.
All right.
I don't like it.
That's how I'm going to look at it. Is we're going to quadruple up.
Okay.
Okay. 256 Rand at PA Perm. Time to get our pick sixes on. Daryl Marie's pick sixes coming up shortly. Number 2, Open Highway, is top of the boards at 7-2. JC Buertis and Fani Broncos team up here. 7, Buddy Boy 4-1. Number 9, Force Publique is at 4-1. 1 On Target's 11-2. And number 8, Guerrilla Warfare is trading at 7-1. 8-1 the horse, the 3, Tommy Shelby. 10-1 a bit of the 5, Robert Browning. And then 10-1 the 6, Zip Code. You are reminded that during January, make it easy for yourself and top up your account using Blue Voucher. You can get one of those in the stores when you refuel or even on your banking app. Buddy Boy must have a chance, I would imagine. We're going to quickly take a look at that run that we'll show you right now. This is, of course, Callan Murray and Matt and Mike to cock the team up. This is Buddy Boy coming at them up the centre.
Yes, Clyde. On this occasion, he was caught too wide, exposed on the outside with no cover, and he challenged a long way from home. Now, how unfortunate is he over here? His head's in front just before the line and just after the line. On the line, somehow he got beaten.
Sure.
Very, very stiff. If you saw who was just behind him, was a horse called Maka Frappe, and he came out and ran third behind Cornello at the Vaal on Thursday. Clyde, he's a lovely sort. He's got a neat draw. He's having his peak run after a gelding. What's not to like about him? Because he's off the same mark. So, very, very close to winning. You said Tommy Shelby's 8-1. Shelby. 8-1.
Yeah.
Tommy Shelby.
Yes.
I think that's
You
a
want
bit
some of that?
overpriced, eh?
Is it?
I think he's a nice horse.
Okay,
Clyde, he
number
ran
3.
against Tin Pan early on a couple of occasions, then against Trust in the Dingans. So Fabian threw him in the deep end. He obviously thought he was capable. Then last time out in a handicap, it was a lovely effort. If you watch that race carefully, he cruised through them, going through the 500. He was actually in front. Just tired late. When the horses towards the outside flashed on bar, I think he's the value in the race. And then Clyde, if you like Open Highway, have a look at Zip Code. Zip Code is 5.5 kilograms better off and gets the services of Gavin Lorena, and there's an equipment change and the stables come back to form. David Nebenhazen, he's another one of my longer priced fancies over here. Pushed into a corner, Clyde, I'd go like this in order. I'd go Buddy Boy ahead of Tommy Shelby, Zip Code, Open Highway. The race doesn't stop there, but look at the cost of the perm. So
Yeah.
I had to cut it down somewhere.
Tough card, eh? Nothing close to a banker. Nothing. 2560 is the cost. Okay, Repetition and Real Stunner take each other on. Yeah, I thought it was those two. We'll get some input from Daryl in a minute. This is race 5, and they've priced up as follows. Ryan Munger's riding for his father-in-law, Craig Mayhew here. Number 3, Repetitions at the 2-1 top of the boards. 2, Real Stunner is at 28-10 second choice. 1, Sky Pillar Rock is trading at 4-1. 10, Crepusculo is at 9-2. And number 8, Magellan, is trading at around 7 or 8-1. You can get 14-1 and better about the balance. We've got Real Stunner lined up for you, and I'll quickly take you through the run, Daryl. Let's talk about what happens. It starts coming through now.
Yes, but look towards his inside against the running rail in the blue and white silks. That's Repetition, Clyde. We finished ahead of him on this occasion. So you can see that more or less together going through the 150, and then Repetition just stayed on better in the latter stages. You need to take note who's fourth over there towards the outside. That's Flashy Apache. And he ran a blinder at the Vaal on Thursday. Just getting touched off by Titans of War. How was that finish?
You know what I saw there?
Yes.
I saw a very green repetition.
Okay.
Did you? I mean, I don't know. Why is he placing? He seems clumsy in running. Or is it not right?
I thought he's got a little bit of a high knee action.
Yes. So can't be green. He's a bit clumsy or something to that effect. But he'll come on from that, from what I saw.
Yes.
The others, whatever ran in that race with him, I mean, you can tell us more about the weights and differences, but whatever ran with him can't finish in front of him, based on what we saw.
Real Stunner can't finish in front of him.
Not on what we saw. Can't.
Okay.
What do you think?
Mentioned that he's riding for his father-in-law.
Isn't he?
Not only is he riding for his father-in-law, he's riding for his wife.
Oh,
she owns the horse.
Sure. So the pressure's on you.
The handicapper was pleased with that effort. I mean, they gave him £3 for that second. And so, Real Stunner now meets him 1.5 kilos better off. On paper, nothing's going to separate the two. But he's having his second run on the high veld. It's now familiar surroundings because he's at the Vaal. Craig trains at the Vaal. And I'm sure Ryan wants to boot us home for the family. Otherwise, he's going to be in the dog box, isn't he?
Yeah.
Clyde, not really a fan of this Crepuscular form line. This horse was meant to be retired a couple of runs ago.
How did that win last time?
He's come well.
How was that ride?
Yeah.
Goodness. Jason Gates got stuck in at the 1,000-meter mark last time.
Jason's come back with a vengeance. I mean, he means business. I prefer the others form line, Clyde. I think it's a bit stronger. If you like Crepuscular, you have to like Mejalun because Mejalun's better off at the weights with him. And he caught a little bit of interference last time out. But the race for me stops with numbers 2 and 3. If you want to go wider, you have to include all of numbers 1, 7, 10, 1, 7, 8, 10. So, 2 and 3.
We don't want to go wider. I think I want a back repetition on what I saw. So this is a handicap at the 66 level, and the latest on Friday morning from Betway is that number 1 Bloomington is favourite. It's priced up at 5-2. 8 Golden Aspen also joint 5-2 at the moment, but there's been some interest in that. 8 Commander of All is trading at 7-2. 7 Bold Action is trading at 8-1. 9 Can't Catch Me is at 10-1, together with the 2 Hopscotch 10s, and then it's 12-1 and better about the balance. We've got a rerun of Golden Aspen. This is from the Cornet Spiss stable. Highlighted at the moment in the yellow cap. At this stage looked like it was going to come and take it on.
Yeah, lovely effort, Clyde. I mean, you need to take notes. She's a 7-year-old mare. She was taking on the boys of year. Philly happened to win the race, or mare, Matiazo. Yeah, she stayed on for third, but she needs to be ridden cold. So you're going to see her out at the back, trying to get some cover and trying to do her best work late. I mean, Clyde, she hasn't visited the winners enclosure in 562 days.
Yeah.
So you can't go into this race with confidence. I think this is a field event. I was actually hoping Cornello was going to stand his ground because I thought he was the right horse, but he's unfortunately come out. So
yeah, 3 and 5 are both scratched. Yeah.
I put the entire field in my perms. I would have, instead of Cornello for my bar pots and my PA, I would have liked to have Spirited Girl because I think she's off a winning mark now, but she's not quite at her best. I don't know what's wrong over there, but yeah, she needs to come to form now, or I think she's going to be heading off to the paddocks. Clyde Bloomington, we all know he's at his best on the Turfentine inside track, but I watched his last run, and the computer form doesn't quite reflect what happened because the race split up in two, and he was actually sitting up second, very handy, and he's a more hold-up type of horse. He's got a short run in, so I think you can put a line through that effort. I think Rachel's going to be told to give him a chance, get some cover this time round, and he can turn it on. I think he is the right horse, but have a look at him, Clyde. 877 days. 7-year-old gelding. You know what? Whoever has a bet in this race, good luck to them.
So field, eh?
Yeah.
Field in exotics, but in the doubles we've got 1, 5, 6 and 8. Let's move on now. Take a look at our next event on the card. And here we got One Fine Winter, who's top of the boards at 16 to 10. Sean Terry and Calvin Habib, the team up here. We have got a replay of One Fine Winter. We'll have a look at it in a moment. The Full Rifle Queen is 22 to 10. Some interest in Tony Peters' horse. The 3 Anchorage is at 9 to 2 at the moment. Number 2 Elegantrix. One to beat for me. This is Ryan Munga and Corne Spies. That team up here at 13 to 2. And it's 12 to 1 about Perfect Miracle, who may well come back to her best form. And she's currently at 12s as we speak. Here's the One Fine Winter form. Daryl, talk us through it.
Yeah, this was quite a strong graduation plate. I mean, Yippee Kaye is with the green cap. Then you've got Winds of Change right down the inside, Bjorn Ironside. And what a ride from Calvin Habib towards the outside, Clyde. He timed it to perfection. Another stride or two, Yippee Kaye would have got the better of her. That was her first run for the season. Right. And, you know, Mr. Terry doesn't ready them up, Clyde. So that run would have certainly brought up on in leaps and bounds. I can see her going back to back. If you go to the best weighted column card, you'll see that herself and Anchorage are joint best in. 0.5 kilogram ahead of Elegantrix. So strictly on ratings, this is going to be the race of the day. Because numerous or several of them are weighted to flash across the line together. Elegantrix.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, Clyde, sure. She's getting a little bit inconsistent for my liking. But I really rate this filly. I think she is such a lovely filly, especially when you see her. She's a smashing looking filly. I want to see her run a blinder. I know she's got the ability to, but I want to see her be more consistent now. I think this is a lovely race that they found for her to get her back onto winning ways. Number 3, Anchorage. I wish you showed her replay. You recall what happened to her, Clyde? She was booked for second spots and then she tried to nibble.
That's right. She was
Savage
something else.
Yeah, Constellation.
I saw that. That's a bad habit now. Hopefully not.
Let's see how she goes this time round. Take note. She's drawn right up towards the inside. I don't know if the jockey's going to be told, well, we welcome back Sereno first and foremost. But I don't know if
Sereno back. Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to tell him to stay away from other runners. I don't know, because she is drawn towards the inside. Let's see how she goes. I like her. She's a lovely filly, and it's interesting that Rifle Queen makes her debut for new owners, Mr. and Mrs. Palmer. Used to run in Hyperpaint Syndicate Silks. Right. Unbeaten. How can we sit here and say she's got no chance, Clyde? This is really going to be interesting to see how she goes, because she's done absolutely nothing wrong to date. Once again,
and what's
Clyde,
wrong with Perfect Miracle?
No.
What?
No.
What's wrong with her?
I don't know. Her penultimate started 6 to 10. She beat 2 home.
Yeah, all right, but you can forgive her for the run. But I think it's a tricky race.
Yeah. Clara, you know what? A horse I've been waiting for is number 8, Seasons Greetings. I thought she was very unlucky last time out. She got cramped at a crucial stage, but just have a look at the ratings. I want to see her back in a handicap. If she can run midfield over here, next time in a handicap, I might have a little bit of a dip. But yeah, this race for me, once again, Clyde, I'm on the fence.
Thank you. There's our second jackpot. Time now to move on to race 8. This is the Tab 4 Racing app handicap. It's at the 84 level and it's over 1,000 metres. Should run at about 25 to 4. The Friday morning market has got them priced up as follows. 4 Xenophon, top of the boards at 18 to 10 to win it. 2 Rafa Boys, 33 to 10. 3 plus 4 is 5 to 1. The 5 Vanacum is trading at 13 to 2. And number 2 Caroline Island is at 15 to 2. You can get 12 or 14 to 1, I think, about the rest of them. So Xenophon, here's a look at one of Xenophon's form or runs. And this is where Gavin Lorena takes a ride for Sean Terry. Let's just take us through Looks Overs here.
Looks Overs, Clyde. This was over 1,200 on the classic track, and you can see the apprentice towards the outside fully loaded, comes to run on by. Form wasn't really franked with the ensuing. Running 5th next time out, he ran 3rd on this occasion. But didn't this horse just sweep on by with 400 to go, Clyde, over 1200? And it's interesting now, Mr. Terry has brought this horse back down to 1,000 meters. In his penultimate start, behind Constellation, who was far from disgraced in the, I think, the Whirlpool Flying, Cape Flying Championship. He didn't quite show his natural toe in the Western Cape. On that occasion, behind Constellation, he was balked at a crucial stage. He couldn't get a run. He was behind a few runners, and when he got a gap, he was staying on. Clyde, this is his race for the taking. I don't care what anyone says. I know I've said in the past he'll be a much higher than an 83, and he's yet to prove that. But I really expect him to win. If you like +4, who clearly enjoyed the drop to 1,000 meters in his last start, you have to like Rafa Bay. Rafa Bay is 5 kilograms better off for a neck beating. Clyde, Rafa Bay is drawn right up towards the inside. And the way the course configuration is set, I think the going is going to be towards the outside. So for that reason, I'm in Xenophon's camp and I expect him to win. Rafa Bay is drawn on the opposite side. I did include him in my pick 6, but I'm not looking past the two of them. If they're going towards the outside, I'm going to be having a full go on Xenophon.
Okay. Xenophon, Rafa Bay, but for Daryl, it's Xenophon, the right one, and it's an outright win. This is now where Maverick Queen, we're going to show you that last start in a moment. This is favourite at 3-1 that Callum Murray's riding for the Sean Terry stable. 10 Play with the Wind is a second choice at 9-2. Number 7, Captain Selby's trading at 7-1. Tony Peters got quite a strong hand here too. And the 15 Angels Oasis is priced up at 8-1. 8 Quiet Winter, what a performance. Quiet Winter, if wants to put it on, at 17-2. And 11 Clarewood Rose, always a bit of a sneaker from the Paul Matchett stable, is at 10-1. Let's go back quickly and I'll show you that Maverick Queen run. Daryl will talk us through it, highlighted for you in the dark blue sleeves and cap, Daryl.
Yes, and take note who's towards the outside in the black and white spots with the red body, Clyde. That's Play with the Wind. And watch how she finishes over here. I don't think she's getting much assistance over there because she's hanging in. But Maverick Queen, I mean, a great effort once again. She's in cracking form. This was in open company. I know that Rock Around the Clock disappointed at the Vaal on Thursday, but she's in cracking form. She's just getting better with racing. I mean, it's hard to ignore her chances. Another one that's in with a winning chance is number 5, Miss Novaks. Now you can see she's had 2 lovely efforts since her layoff. Last time out, she was staying on over 1,000 meters. She's having her peak run. Her ratings dropped slightly, and now she's been stepped up to 1,200. So I'm going to sit here and say that Miss Novaks is my second choice.
Yeah, she's 14-1, isn't she?
Is she? But based on that replay, Clyde, and what I saw from the 4-year-old filly Play with the Wind, and I know she's worse off, and she's held by Maverick Queen. I mean, she's worse off by 3 kilograms. I think she's much better than that. And I'm gonna say she can reverse the form with Maverick Queen. She's much more lightly raced. I think she's way better than a 75. You know, we all recall her penultimate start when she returned from a long layoff, Clyde. She was on a bicycle. She was so well clear. And then last time out, she was a bit behind runners and she didn't quite get the run at the crucial stage. I like the look of number 10 over here, Play with the Wind. I think off her current mark, she can certainly get it right this time around. So for me, 10, 5, 4, 8 are enough. And if you want to box those in exactas, trifectas, I certainly wouldn't put you off.
Okay, we're going to use some of the 5 Miss Novaks, but Daryl's going for this horse, Play with the Wind, to win the 9.